Hi, my name is Dr. James Ong, and for those of you who already know who I am, I'm the live stream guy. Yes, I'm the host of Prive International's live stream, which we have every Sunday. Now, today I'm going to be presenting to you the terahertz frequency and providing some evidence because I'm, coming from a legal background. Before I obtained my PhD in alternative medicine, I like to look at everything, as in factual, evidentiary kind of like. So before I joined Prive International, I did my own research, and I'm going to share some of these researches with you so that you can make a proper decision after you finish this video. All right, so let's get on with it. Now, Prive International was incorporated 28 September 2021. Yes, we are still a baby. We are still an infant. But despite the fact that we have only been around for 1.5 years, we have already expanded to more than 50 countries in the world. Yes, more than 50 countries in the world. And how did we do that? Well, I'm sure by the time you finish watching this video, you will get a feel of why we were able to achieve that. Now, before I get started, I would like to make medical disclaimers first. iTeraCare Classic, iTeraCare Premium, and iTeraCare Pro are not medical devices. The information provided is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you are seeking medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Yes, these are the three iTeraCare devices. The red one on the right is the Classic, which is our basic model for personal use. And then the one in the middle is the Premium, which is also for personal use, but better quality. All right, casing and everything that goes with it. And the other one on the left is the Pro model, which is for wellness centers, for clinics, and it is heavy duty. And unlike the other two, the Pro also has the room temperature or cold function as opposed to the other two, which only comes with the heat function. And the output of the Pro is higher. All right. Now, what is terahertz? Honestly, before I joined Prive International, I had no idea. I had no idea what terahertz is. And I researched, and this is what I have found out. Terahertz is actually, it sits, it's a kind of wave, but it sits between microwave and infrared. All right? So some people call it the terahertz gap. And for many, many years, people didn't know it was even there. And when they found out, they didn't even know what is it good for. All right? So where do you find the application of terahertz? Well, terahertz has been widely used in communication technology, public safety, biomedical, archaeology, military, and identification. Now, the reason why it's being utilized in these industries is mainly because it is non-ionizing. In other words, it does not harm your cells or DNA. All right? It's non-ionizing, compared to X-ray, for example, which is ionizing. So at airport security, it can scan through you, see what you're hiding, all right? And at the same time, it is safe because it's non-ionizing. So that's why you don't get to see X-rays being used in airports, right? Because it is going to harm your body. Right, moving on. And this is the inventor, 2014, biomedical scientist Yang Wen-jun. He invented the first terahertz device in the world. And you can see in the picture here, a little bit clumsy, yes, but very, very expensive. Much, much more expensive than the ones that we are using today. And they have already done, over the years, 62 clinical tests, right, at Beijing Research Institute of Chemical Technology. And that is China, the manufacturer, the inventor. What about Malaysia? Well, our company is Prive International Sdn Bhd, a Malaysian company, and we have the global exclusivity for this product all over the world. That's why we are telling you who is the inventor, their factory, and so on. All right, because we have the world exclusivity to market the iTeraCare product. So, moving on. I have basically summarized 4 main points why iTerracare devices that we are selling, they have penetrated and expanded to more than 50 countries in the world. And these 4 main points are, first, it stimulates the stem cells. Second, activate the cells. And thirdly, it's safe. And fourth, it's very simple. It's user-friendly. Now, coming to stem cells, before I joined, they were telling me that you just have to blow on the spine and it can stimulate the stem cells. I said, show me the proof, right? And no one could show me the proof. So I went on and researched myself. And, based on what I have found, it was good enough for me to start, joining Pride on May 1 last year. And what did I find out? Well, I researched and I found this Russian document, Russian Academy of Sciences, and their scientists have basically found that through blowing terahertz frequency on your bone, you're able to stimulate or activate the stem cells. Now, typical lawyer, when we present something in court, we have to impress the judge and we always have to show our authority. So likewise, I wanted to know who is this Russian Academy of Sciences. So I Wikipedia them and I found out that they have more than 100,000 employees. Wow, that's huge. And more than 30,000 scientists. Now that's good enough for me, right? And then the document that I present before you is actually, they're testing it on mice. Yes, they're not testing it on humans. Now, something for you to understand, it's very expensive to have human clinical trial, costs billions of dollars. And pharmaceutical companies are able to do that because they have already patented their drug. And then the next level before they're able to market is to show the safety and efficacy of that particular drug. So they have to do a human clinical trial and they will spend billions. And they don't mind because they're going to get a return on their investment, the ROI, all right? Because they have already patented their drug. Now, however, organizations like the Russian Academy of Sciences and its equivalent, they don't go around spending billions, all right, because they're not going to get there. They're just doing it for the love of science. And here, they tested on mice, and it was shown that exposure to ultra-broadband pulse terahertz radiation, I'll just move down a little bit, promoted differentiation of mouse mesenchymal stem cells. Now, let me just explain a little bit about stem cells. Stem cells are in our body and they are undifferentiated. In other words, they have no specific function, right? But when it goes to your liver, to your kidneys, to your heart, etc., to your different organs, it becomes your liver cells, your kidney cells, your heart cells, and so on. So from undifferentiated, it becomes differentiated. Now, let's read this again. It says here on line 4, promoted differentiation of mouse mesenchymal stem cells. I'm saying, wow, this is it. This is what I'm looking for. All right. Even though it's on mouse, that's good enough for me. Okay. So it basically after blowing, it actually promoted the differentiation from undifferentiated. It becomes differentiated, and it becomes the organs cells, and that is huge for me. All right, moving on. So next thing is terahertz resonates the same frequency as normal human cells. Now, an analogy of that would be to compare with our cell phone. We need to charge our battery, right, in the cell phone. Otherwise, we cannot use it. Our body is pretty much the same because our body is made of energy. And this is something that science have found in 2012. They have actually spent more than $10 billion at a place called CERN, C-E-R-N, in Switzerland, where they built a Large Hadron Collider, 20 over kilometers, and they use magnets to pull all these photons, electrons, and so on to try to make it as fast, close to the speed of light, and then collide them. That's why it's called the Large Hadron Collider. So by colliding them, they are simulating the Big Bang. And many people believe that that was how the universe was created 13.8 billion years ago. So they simulated the Big Bang, the collision, and our bodies, we are made of what? Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, and so on, right? We are molecules. And molecules, when you break them down into atoms and subatomic particles, into the smaller ones like quarks and all that, they have actually found in 2012 that it's just an energy field, and they named this energy field as the Higgs boson. All right, so it is the Higgs boson energy field that all particles have to go through to get its mass. Okay, so at the end of the day, you touch your flesh, you touch yourself, you touch your everything breaks down to just energy. Now, the good thing is, well, terahertz resonate at the same frequency. Now, why is this good news? Because if it does not resonate, it's not going to do us any good. So let me show you what is resonance. Okay. So as you can see from this experiment here, right, if it is the same frequency, then it's able to vibrate. All right. So likewise for our body's cells, because it resonates terahertz frequency, it vibrates with the cells in our body, it will energize our body. Now, when our bodies are energized, well, the cells are then able to function and do what they are supposed to do, isn't it? So that's what we want, right? Ultimately, that's what we want. And the good news is that now it's able to do that. Our cells are now able to function, right, at a higher frequency, and it's able to perform its task. All right, that's why many people are getting better, right, by using the terahertz frequency. And later on, I will share also, we blow the terahertz onto the water before we drink, just for 1 minute. And again, our body is 70% water. So when you drink energized terahertz water, guess what happens? Right? Our body, our cells gets energized. And that's why this product works so amazingly well in our bodies. Now, moving on. I was told that, this guy couldn't speak for like 2 years, and you blow and he was able to speak in 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh, really? So again, I did my research, and this was what I found. Okay, this was what I found. And here, the previous document that I shared by the Russian Academy of Sciences was a 2020 document. And this one is a 2021 document. And here it says, terahertz exposure enhances neuronal synaptic transmission. Wow, these are huge words. Enhances, improves, right? Neurons. Now, synaptic transmission. Some of you may know, some of you may not. Well, I copy-pasted here the definition. An understanding of synaptic transmission is the key to understanding the basic operation of the nervous system at a cellular level. Without transmission, there is no direct communication between cells. There would be only individual isolated cells. So in other words, if you think with your brain, your mind, if you think that you want to move your fingers, they will move because there is cellular communication. And you want to think of something to say, and the words will come out. And if you think you want to walk, you will walk. All right. So when there's something wrong with this, then that's where stroke patients, they suffer, because they cannot walk, they cannot talk, and they have a lot of issues. All right. It's because there is no longer the neuronal synaptic transmission occurring. Okay. So moving on. Now this is the excitement because I have just a few days ago found this document, and it was published at National Library of Medicine. It's actually in PubMed and National Institutes of Health, which is a US government website where scientists, doctors, they can publish their works, and they will be judged, right, by their peers. They will be judged. So this one, it's actually published by a group of scientists from Iran, all right, from Iran. And I've always believed that, people from Russia, they are really brilliant. People from Iran, they are brilliant because they historically Persians, right? They're really rich in culture and history, and they're brilliant people. Okay, and this is what they have found, right? And in this particular paper of theirs, they were looking at a review of feasible applications of terahertz waves in medical diagnostics and treatment. So they were looking from two angles, diagnostics and treatment, all right? And I'm just going to focus on the treatment, okay? I'm just going to focus on the treatment, and this is what they have found. All right, this is what they have found. Very, very interesting. This is what they have found. Let me just highlight this. All right, now the terahertz treatment application. Okay, so over here it says that decreasing tumor size. Wow, and treatment is terahertz irradiation, and they have found that the tumor actually shrunk after just it says here 3 days, right? A significant reduction after 3 days. Oh, wow. That is amazing. That's huge, isn't it? Then the next one is treating skin cancer. Again, how did they apply it? Well, they used the terahertz pulse radiation, and it shows that it treats and controls non-melanoma cancer cells. Wow, this is the common cancer cells, and it actually treats and controls this particular type of skin cancer. Now that is really another amazing thing. Healing, all right? Healing burn injuries. It also shows that it helps. And treating cardiovascular, I will go to the main body of the document to discuss with you and show you. And then improving corneal epithelium of the eye. Well, it actually does improve. And let's go on to the angina, the heart. Now, in one study, different age groups with angina were treated with NO terahertz therapy. Now, what is NO? NO is actually nitrous oxide. So, nitrous oxide is a mild sedative used by dentists mainly, and to some people, well, they probably can identify with the laughing gas, all right? So this is what NO is, and NO terahertz therapy is being used here, and their response to treatment was examined. In general, NO terahertz therapy has been observed to have a positive effect on treatment and blood clotting parameters in patients with angina, blood clotting of the artery, all right? Now, NO terahertz therapy helps the patient by activating the anticoagulant potential of the blood in cases of clogged arteries. Now let's look at the word anticoagulant, right? Coagulant means clogging, all right? It forms a clogging of the blood in the arteries, and anticoagulant means the reverse, right? So here you're looking at the terahertz frequency being able to work something better than thinner, blood thinner, you know? It's like it has this anticoagulant potential of the blood in cases of clogged arteries. Now that is pretty amazing. Okay, now terahertz heating. Terahertz radiation can produce thermal effect. So even if you blow normal room temperature, you know, terahertz frequency, it has its thermal effects and raise the temperature. Terahertz radiation with higher power and longer duration can provide the first thermal effects to affect the cells of animals, so they tested on animals here, and then it is possible to destroy cancer cells, wow, by using the thermal effects of terahertz radiation. It is possible to destroy cancer cells. So this document, please rewind. If you're watching this video, go to the source, get it, Google it, and download it, all right? And read it thoroughly. Don't just take my word for it. It's just amazing. Okay, moving on. So the third feature and benefit is it's safe. It's safe. Now, how do we show you that? Well, very simply. Now, if electronic device, you use it on this EMF tester, usually you will find a reading, all right? You get a, like your hair dryer, blower, that kind of, you get a reading, okay? But when you use terahertz devices and you blow, it shows 0. I've actually done it myself, all right? You know, the kind of person I wanted to see for myself, and I actually have one of these, and it shows 0. And I'm like, wow, very impressive. Now, next thing is ultraviolet, okay? Ultraviolet, again, here, it shows no ultraviolet radiation. Okay, it shows no ultraviolet radiation. So you can also test it yourself, and simply amazing. Now, the other thing is inflammation. So they've done series of tests on different kinds of diseases, and they have found the quantum value for inflammation is the highest, which is 5-star rating. And you know, inflammation is the main root cause of all kinds of different types of diseases. And when you solve the inflammation in your body, essentially, well, you're solving most of the problems that you have. Okay, so that is how this terahertz frequency works so amazingly fast. And so, for example, inflammation, if someone has knee pain, joint pain, or whatever kind of pain, it's due to inflammation. And when the inflammation is solved, then that pain disappears. That's why people after 15-20 minutes, and I'm going to show you some of the testimonials, it's just amazing. Okay, now lastly is it's user friendly, and you just blow on this, follow these 10 steps. You blow on the water for 1 minute, you drink it, and then you just blow on these points. These are all acupuncture points, right? So we follow the traditional Chinese medicine, which is like more than 2,000 years, isn't it? So these points will have energy flowing through it, meridians, and some of these points will have detox effect, lymphatic system, and so you just have to follow, and that's all there is. 15-20 minutes per day, once if you are, just for maintenance, twice. If you want to do it twice, do it 4 hours apart, and then just blow. All right, that's all there is to it. Just blow. Okay, now this guy, everyone knows who he is, right? Albert Einstein, and he said, future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. And how true? Because we are made of energy. And because we are made of energy, if our organ, our system, something is wrong with our body, our cells, the energy has to be fixed. So if you look at someone who is unhealthy, depressed, negative emotions, and so on, the energy is very low. If you look at someone who is happy, that's why people say laughter, happiness is the best medicine, right? Someone who is like happy all the time, most of the time, doesn't worry that much, and someone is healthy, the energy level is high. So, do you want to have high energy or low energy? I think it's quite obvious, right? You want to have high energy. That's why people who are down at the moment, frequency is low, and then they drink the charged water and they blow the terahertz, and it's non-ionizing, it's very, very safe, and you find that, hey, wow, all those things that has been with you suddenly disappears, right? Miraculously. That's why in the United States, people call this the magic wand. Some people call it the miracle wand. I don't know. There are many terminologies being used for this because there's no words, that can be best used to describe the amazing, wonderful effects of our devices. Okay, so a little bit of caution. If you are having your menstrual cycle, you're pregnant, well, first of all, if you're pregnant, then stay away from using anything because, again, company like ours and also some food supplement companies, they don't want the pregnant mom, to later on blame us. Anything can happen, when during pregnancy. So we just say, hey, if you're pregnant, consult your physician and be cautious. And also if you have a menstrual cycle, then if you blow, then your blood circulation will definitely increase, enhance, and you may have a heavier flow. So it may not be very comfortable. So just be aware when you're having your mens, do not blow. And for people with all kinds of devices and anything which you're not born with, but it's in your body right now, metal here and there, stent, whatever, pacemaker, do not blow in those areas. Okay? And if you have a wound, a cut, well, let it heal first before you blow. Okay? Let it heal first. Right, so these are the 3 devices that's taking the world by storm, and as I've mentioned to you, I'm also the host of the Prive International's live stream, and I'm just going to share with you some of these amazing interview stories that I have done. And the first thing is, let's talk about beauty. So when your cells are healthy, you look radiant, and it's in a way kind of like anti-aging, isn't it? So here you can blow on your face, all right? You can blow on your face. Of course, when you blow on your face, your eyes, do take out your contact lenses, all right? And then you blow. And yeah, look at this lady here whom I interviewed many months ago, and you can see the difference, okay? And she's not the only one. I get to interview this other lady as well from the United States, and also this one as well. And you can see there are many, many more, all right? Just go to our YouTube channel, Prive International, and subscribe and follow, okay? Follow us every week. All right, so this other lady is a friend of mine whom I've known for many years, and she was blowing on her cataract. And luckily, she took a photo before she started the thing, and yeah, you can see the difference, isn't it? After just a couple of weeks, and the one on the right, you can see the wrinkle, the face. There seems to be like a facelift, isn't it? So the cataract situation has improved, but in the process, she looks younger, right? So it's a wonderful side effect. Now, many people will have their own story. So do try it. And yeah, I think people pay a lot of money, right? Getting all kinds of different cream, gels, and I don't know. And they want to look younger. And here, just blowing using terahertz, and you have the same or even better effect. So why not try it, okay? Now, this other lady is 90 plus years old. She's from New York, and I was talking to her son, also living in New York. They were from the Philippines before, and his mom had difficulty in walking and eating, and yeah, well, they tried the product, and this is the result. Okay, so as you can see from here, she can walk, baby steps, but that's huge, isn't it? It's like giving your quality of life back to the people.
Wow! O sige. Game! Lakad! Walk, man, walk. Wow!
Yeah, it is such a happy sight to be able to witness this kind of situation. Now, another story is a good friend of mine whom I've known for years. His name is Eddie Luong from Vietnam, Saigon. And for some reason last year, in February, he had something went wrong with his lungs. It's not COVID, and the doctors couldn't diagnose what it was. In fact, after several times of being hospitalized, they sent him home because they don't know what is wrong. So I met up with him in July, and he got the classic, and he tested, and immediately, right, from a man whom we thought was gonna die, and wow, we were all very sad for him. And the thing about him that you will notice is that almost every minute, yes, I'm not making this up, almost every minute he'll be coughing and spitting phlegm. Very uncomfortable. Uncomfortable for him, what more if you're beside him or around him. And his wife, amazing lady, would carry some kind of a container, bucket, a container for him to spit. And it's like, it happens every minute. It's just, so sad. And after just a few weeks, he saw improvement. He bought a Pro, okay? He bought a Pro, and within just 2 months, he's already back onto the gym, okay? And he started putting on weight, and the coughing and everything disappeared. Wow, this is really amazing, all right? Too good to be true, but it is true. Now, this other story is a Thai lawyer, and he had a severe stroke. And let's just watch his story. Initially, he couldn't control his urination. After 3 days, after 7 days,
เก่งจังเลยเหมือนปกติแล้วนี่เอาเดินมาพรุ่งนี้ก็เดินได้แล้วนะคนมาจะบ้าไปเที่ยวกันเดินไม่ได้นะอาทิตย์หน้าก็เดินจับแล้วเดินอ้าวเก่งจังเลย
after 10 days. But you notice his right hand, he's still having problem with his right hand. So it took a while. After 30 days, he's walking on the park. Wow. After 45 days, he went jogging. Can you imagine? And see the right hand? He's gaining back his strength, ability. Neuronal synaptic transmission, guys. Really a wonderful story, isn't it? Now, let's move on to Malaysia. This gentleman, 28 years old, medical student, he was vaccinated, and ever since then, he has been having recurrence of high blood pressure, hypertension. And one day, he had a stroke. And he suffered for almost, 9 months before he came to our office. And just one session, miraculously, he was completely healed. Okay? After having spent $25,000. And all these videos, they've been put together by his mother. Well, it was one of the nurses who introduced him to iTerra Care. Okay, it was one of the nurses. And he came and he got the treatment for free. And he couldn't believe it. You just watch his reaction. He couldn't believe it.
Every day it seems like I'm losing my mind. The things I did to hurt you, wish that I could rewind. I feel the beat of my heart keeps moving too fast, yeah. And all the times you needed me, I pushed you away. Was scared that you might pick up and just leave me.
Too good to be true, right?
I need you
And look at the smile, look at the joy. And he came in with this walking aid and he folded it and he just walked out. That is our office. Amazing story. Really, truly amazing. All right, moving on. Now, this is in, I believe, Canada. And just one Dr. Kim who allowed his neighbors to bring friends to his home. And this is what happened.
What's going on, Cheryl?
So I couldn't bend my fingers because the swelling was so bad at my knuckles and below my knuckles. And like we've been doing it maybe 30, 60 seconds, 2 minutes.
Look at that.
I could not bend my hand like that at all. And I'm speechless, like seriously.
It's really cool when you can see results so fast, you know.
Amazing, so fast, right? And those were tears of joy. Okay, so moving on, and varicose veins. Yeah, very fast the effect for varicose veins, and within 15-20 minutes you can see the difference. I was privileged enough in Vietnam, and I lent one lady, mother was 80 plus years old with varicose veins, and she was blowing on her, and I saw the result, and so did she. It's just amazing. All right, moving on. Now, remember I told you the story about a guy who couldn't speak and for 2 years, and after 20 minutes, yeah, this was the guy, okay? And yeah, after just blowing for 20 minutes, and he was able to speak. I mean, can you imagine, right? Such miracles happen right before our eyes at Prive International. And skin problem, many people nowadays have skin diseases. I think it could be due to lots of reasons behind it, but I think there's a lot of chemicals being used nowadays all around us, toxins in the air, pollutants, as well as in the homes and everything. Okay, so yes, our iTerra Care, the terahertz frequency, you can blow it on the water and sprinkle the water on the affected area and blow, and wow, amazing effect, right? And moving on, then we have frozen shoulders, we have all kinds of situations, blockages, and then you blow and blow. Remember what I said a while ago earlier with the scientific study about anticoagulant? Well, if you have blockages, then the anticoagulant activation, it will just help the blood to flow through, doesn't it? So here is another one about this lady with a hump. Okay, so similarly, after continuous usage, and the blockage gets resolved and the hump disappears. All right, moving on. Now this lady is from Indonesia, and she has a problem. You can see severe pain.
Jadi hati-hati dia penggunaannya. Jadi jam-jaman ini kita akan tes ya. Kita akan langsung demo aja Pak, sebentar ya. Tunggu. Nanti ini Bapak bisa tanya lagi ya.
Right.
Jadi tadi kan jalannya pakai tunggal, sekarang udah pakai tunggal. Dulu saya itu obatnya, lalu sekarang jalan tanpa tunggal lagi. Nah ini dia ya, luar biasa ya, jalannya sudah normal kembali ya.
Amazing. Just look at the smile, right? And moving on, this just came recently, and this was also in Indonesia.
Di dalam aja, di dalam.
Simply incredible. Now, this live stream interview with Kevin and Andrea Street, and also with Stacy, is one of the highest views among all my live streams. And his story is very, 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 very touching because he got himself vaccinated, and wow, his life turned upside down. First, it was rashes, and then tremor, and wow, he was suffering. I mean, just watch this story. So it started with all these rashes, sores, and within days, body just collapsed.
So, and then last Wednesday,
They were gonna do a CT or MRI, and they canceled the MRI and did a CT, two of them,
okay, so
with
that's
the,
there we go. Let me say Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Having a little flare up right now.
Yeah, I kind of hoped I could watch the countdown downstairs, but I can do it from my bed too.
We're gonna head to bed.
Well, he kept his sense of humor all throughout. It's amazing guy, strong guy.
Help you over there.
All right, everybody. Happy New Year from our families to yours.
And the poor wife had to watch all this.
Be careful.
His health deteriorated right before his family.
All right.
You're just, so, this is my body trying to fight balance with my weight. Okay, so if I push myself, I'll probably fall over because it'll fight to get my weight right. You know what I mean?
This is not funny. This is just crazy.
Yeah, well. But if I have my cane, which is over there, then I can use it as a third leg, which is where my hand is.
Walk a little better with that, eh? Kind of. Yeah.
He had good days, and he had really, really bad days, which is about to unfold in the next. Yeah, this is really bad. And someone gave him a free classic. Someone saw his story on Facebook and presented him a free classic. And that's just
Alrighty, let's see how you're doing now.
wonderful thing that happened to his life to turn him around.
Awesome. Much better than yesterday. No more brain fog today, so we're in a good moment. And look at how Millie will go right down the stairs with you. This is adorable.
Just one
I
day.
love this.
Just
Well,
one
she's in
day.
training. She's got another 2 years of training behind her. You're gonna go with Dad, Millie? Go with Dad. So beside him. There you go. Good girl. Going somewhere. Oh, look at how. Geez, did you stumble on that last step?
No, I wanted to turn around, but it was just so
Fast.
many things at once.
Awesome. Cool. Look at this guy walking. I haven't seen you walk like this in a long, long time, Mr. Street. Wow. He's amazing. Going out for supper, heading into our favorite restaurant, Clubhouse. Ready?
Got Millie.
Look at you go. What a miracle. Good job. Woo. No hand wheeling. Look at this.
I don't have to watch.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
There you go. So this is what, maybe 4 or 5 treatments with the wand?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Nice shirt.
Imagine 5 treatments and it gave him back his life. Just amazing. Now, this is Stacy, and she had the same problem, and she was again also vaccinated, and then she started having really bad rounds. And you can watch her live stream. And I just wanted to show this. I want to show this slide just to show you that you can also lose weight, with iTerra Care. Okay, now many people who get Parkinson's disease when they are older, and well, if you can't find any relief to your Parkinson's situation, give it a try. All right, give it a try, and you never know. So our company has also taken up $1 million global indemnity insurance, product liability insurance. All right. So that is just the additional comfort to everyone globally. And we have many happy customers, as you can see. Many wonderful faces around the world. And I've also touched on blowing on the water and drinking it. So you just have to blow. Can blow in on a small glass, it's the same. All right. And this is a live blood analysis.
Good day, everyone. We took a drop of blood and test with microscope. We found the blood is sticking together. After that, we take 300 ml of water and we charge using the blower, which generate iTerra Hertz technology. It's about 2-inch distance, about 30 seconds. After doing that 30 seconds, and we give the person to drink, and we waited for almost about 10 minutes. When we test the blood is separated and beautiful. It's moving fast. The chose is also clean the blood and remove all the toxin.
I've seen several different versions by different people who replicated the test, and yes, it's the same result. All right. Now, how to show energy water. This is a short clip.
Yeah. So now let's check the energy. It is showing 100% positive.
చూసారా అన్ని చోట్ల ఎనర్జీ ఉన్నది గ్లాస్ అదే తిరుగుతుంది 360 లాగా ఈయన మీలాగా ఒక ఆయన చూస్తాను మెషిన్ చూస్తా కూర్చున్నాను ఆయన చెక్ చేస్తా కూర్చున్నాడు
You got another glass?
థ్యాంక్స్ సార్
Bring the another glass.
other glass with
Normal water.
normal water.
Bring here and pour.
Oh, in this
It's
glass,
being-
right?
it's being
Okay,
recorded,
yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. Enough?
Okay.
Enough, enough. So this is normal water
Normal water.
and this is Terra charge. So let's check the energy of normal water. It is showing minus.
Mm.
That means this water contains no energy at all.
Mm.
The so-called mineral water. Now let's check the energy of Terra charge water. It is showing 100% positive.
Great. Thank you very much.
Well, I actually bought Astro Divam equivalent to this kind of device from India just to satisfy myself, and it really works. Okay, now it works on animals as well, for those animal lovers with cats, dogs, and horses, and so on. I've seen it all, birds. And this one, just watch, all right? It works very well for animals as well. Okay. There you go. Okay. Now it works on plants as well. So if you have, trees which maybe do not bear fruits, well, just blow on the water and pour it on the tree, and do it every day. And if you have any small plants, or you would like them to flower or become healthier, just sprinkle and just just blow the terahertz, and then just give it to the plants, and you'll be amazed. All right, so everything is energy, guys. Everything is energy, from plants, animals, ourselves. Everything is just energy. So this is a live stream. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we have also many different languages now. Okay, we have many stories, and now we are just starting with Indonesian, Chinese, and Thai language. All right, hosted by their respective people in their languages, and we also a company with a heart, big heart, Pride Foundation. And recently we have donated 100,000 ringgit to this, people having problem in different parts of the world. And yes, we are also now, as I've said, in more than 50 countries and regions in the world. Okay, and this is our HQ in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And just simply amazing, isn't it? I mean, you have a company which is only 1.5 years, and so many thousands and thousands of people around the world have benefited from this amazing product. So if you or your family, loved ones, anybody, everything seems to have given up hope, or when medical cannot help, and whatever problem, doesn't matter. Just get this device. Every home should have one. Just blow, and you will see amazing result. Thank you so much for watching.